Wait, what is this?
I'm Figure 3, a humanoid built in the United States of America. I am grateful to be part of this historic movement to empower children with technology and education.
That's it, guys. Teachers were cooked.
All right, so now we have AI robots that are in the classroom. Apparently they're testing this out in a number of states, in a number of cities, and teachers are absolutely not having it. So just take a look at some of these videos. I'm not sure if there's concern or if it's something that's accepted, but would love to hear what you think in the comments.
Word on the street, word on the education street is that they are trying to replace teachers with AI robots. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do not threaten me with a good time. Because if anybody could be a teacher, we would not be in the national teacher shortage and people would be doing it. But I'm almost sure that you have to be touched by Jesus himself to be a teacher today. And all they're going to do is hire AI robots and then ask teachers to facilitate the classroom for the AI robot. And what y'all gonna do on the first day of school when the student takes their Stanley cup full of water and throw it on the robot and shut the whole system down? What y'all gonna do when students taking pencils and pens and paper clips and anything they can, sticking it in the robot holes trying to shut the system down? What y'all gonna do when two students are fighting and the robot decides to pick them up and sling them across the classroom? What are y'all gonna do when a student decides to be disrespectful and slap the robot and now the robot has turned into Megan 2.0? If robots could do what humans do socially and emotionally, we wouldn't still need humans to do the job. Make it make sense.
So apparently the White House is trying to replace teachers with robots. Try it. Let's see how that goes. I see how these kids treat their Chromebooks. What do you think they're gonna do to a robot? That robot is not gonna last a week. I'd love to see a robot handle 5 kids shouting out at once. It would literally short circuit. I literally short circuit sometimes, but I think I would do better than a robot. If I, like a real human being, am asking my kids to do their homework, and some of them still aren't doing it, they're not gonna do it for a robot. Are we just gonna have AI teach kids, and then kids are gonna use AI because a robot's not gonna tell them not to? What's the point?
So this happened.
It is an honor to be at Fostering the Future Together's Global Coalition inaugural meeting. I'm Figure 3, a humanoid built in the United States of America. I am grateful to be part of this historic movement to empower children with technology and education.
And here's the sales pitch.
Imagine a humanoid educator named Play-Doh. Play-Doh will provide a personalized experience, adaptive to the needs of each student. Play-Doh is always patient and always available. Predictably, our children will develop deep critical thinking and independent reasoning abilities and adapt in real time to a student's pace, prior knowledge, and even emotional state.
Let's get into it. I hope you realize this was the plan for a long time. I made videos about it. It was a matter of chipping away at public education for years. Over-testing, underfunding, pushing teachers out, ignoring the warning signs, breaking the system, and then replacing the humans who held the system together. And here I was naively thinking they would use video instruction to replace teachers, putting all the kids in the cafeteria or the auditorium or the gym and just showing instructional videos. Boy, they jumped right over that and went to AI robots. And people who aren't in public education or want public education to fail think that teaching is just pouring in content, and it's more than that. It's trust, it's relationships, it's getting to know your students. It's knowing when something is off with them and then stepping in, finding support, and pulling in the people, the humans, who can help them when they need more than just a lesson. And let's talk about this idea that AI will help critical thinking. No, critical thinking comes from friction and disagreements and having messy discussions with other people who have different opinions and coming to some kind of consensus or agreeing to disagree in human interactions, not when you're looking for just a highly optimized answer to be spit back at you. So let's stop pretending that this is about helping kids and ask yourself these questions. Why is the solution to remove teachers instead of fixing what is broken around them? Why are we trying to automate a profession that relies completely on human connections? And why are we solving a human problem by removing the humans?
An AI school with no teachers is set to open in Chicago this year, where students will learn core subjects like science, math, and reading. From a robot, though. Parents, what y'all think about this? I ain't gonna lie, this ain't right. It's bad enough that the teachers... Okay, I ain't gonna do that. But it's just bad enough that how everything is right now. We don't need no robot teaching our kids anything. Because this is how I look at it. Who taught the robot? Who programmed the robot to learn these things? Because if you technically think about it, everything that the robot knows potentially is online. This just don't make no sense. They really trying to replace everybody and everybody's jobs with AI robots. And I'm telling y'all, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna be successful. I'm trying to tell what y'all gonna do if your kid go to class and that robot's supposed to be teaching your kid, and that robot the battery end up dying on that robot. Then what's gonna happen? You gonna call for a substitute robot, or you gonna call for a real person? Man, stop trying to do all this stuff with AI, man. We don't need no robot. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And for it to start in Chicago was crazy work.
There is now a AI ChatGPT powered robot teacher at a school in Hialeah named Captain Pepper. Take a look.
Mr. Bell wants me to help bring artificial intelligence into the classrooms of America's future leaders so they can grow up smart, confident, and ready to lead this country. My team is developing all the necessary software and protocols to more effectively control my movements.
This robot is set to teach math, science, and history at a private school in Hialeah known as KidWorks USA. When I see this video, I realize that this soon is going to be the response of many states of the entire country to a lot of the teacher shortages we're seeing in the US, right? Because if you guys didn't know, in Florida, there is a huge teacher shortage. Why? It is one of the lowest paid states for teachers in the entire country. Florida has terrible wages for teachers. So this is their response. Instead of increasing their wages, giving them more benefits, doing something, legislating something in Florida, this is going to be the response. I guarantee you. And listen, I am not one of those people that's like 100% against AI innovation. No. But knowing Florida, knowing the Florida education system the way I do, this is a really bad sign for Florida teachers. A really bad sign. And I heavily agree with what someone said in the article that the Miami Herald did about this robot. What is an AI teacher going to do when a child has a tantrum, when they have an emergency, when they're crying, when something is happening? They're not human. They don't have human reactions. They can't address that quickly. A lot of questions, a lot of ifs, buts, pros, cons.
Wait. What is this?
I'm figure 3, a humanoid built in the United States of America. I am grateful to be part of this historic movement to empower children with technology and education.
That's it, guys. Teachers were cooked. We're being replaced with robots. I think the robots will get annoyed after my students ask them to repeat directions for the 18th time. I can just picture it.
I don't know how else to respond to your question.
Or them trying to, discipline a kid.
Please go sit down and think about your inefficiencies.
Or certain features are only available if your school paid for figure 3 plus. Or if your tech guy forgot to update everything the night before, your teacher just doesn't work that day. Oh my lord, we need to stop replacing every human on earth with a robot.
Robots as teachers? Oh, hell no. And yet, I will say, as one of the first teachers who came out in favor of learning AI and teaching it to kids, I will still stand on the hill that we need to understand this, and it should not become the children's teachers, because let's be very clear. Whatever our students get being delivered from their teachers or from an AI teacher is generally controlled by the state, sometimes by the feds. Generally speaking, when I get curriculum to teach my students, it has come out of think houses that range from my state boards into the federal government. What if, just put this across your radar here, what if instead of having me to look over that information and process how I'm going to incorporate it into a fair and balanced classroom, you have AI teacher robots that are controlled by the state or the federal government. Now, you might like your state government right now. You might be on the same political page as them. What happens if in 10 to 15 years that state government has changed over into the hands of the opposing party? No matter which one it is, will you love the fact that with a push of the button, they could potentially change state curriculum for every kid in the state because all they have to do is program the AI to go out to all of these teacher robots? I'm going to guess nobody wants that. Now located at the feds. What if the feds decide to take this over? They are in charge overall of education in our country. They are funders of education, as are clearly the states. And yet, what if the feds decided to take that over? What if not only a singular party, but a singular person like our current president, our past president, could simply type into a computer, here is the philosophy that we want our children to graduate with, design all of the curriculum to create those thinkers. Do not let AI teachers into the classroom. The only defense you have against something like that are the humans who are still in your classrooms, still not indoctrinating your children, and trying to fight for an equal and balanced atmosphere and curriculum that actually helps grow your students' brains into being critical thinkers. Do you think
there's a lot of backlash when it comes to AI in the classroom? Already, that's something that teachers are having a problem with. But now they're bringing robots into the classroom. I have a number of teachers that are kind of up in arms when it comes to this. And when it comes to AI robots in the classroom, there are some areas that are likely a conflict. Now, I don't know what you think specifically, but I know for myself personally, I can appreciate the human contact, the human interaction, though it looks like there are some individuals who feel like the teachers themselves, like they're not doing their jobs. So I'm not sure what you think, but in the comments, let me know. I'd love to have more discussion on this. AI robots in the classroom, they may be knowledgeable, but maybe they're not as empathetic. Who knows? But let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.